Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Grab that coffee. If you haven't, why not? Maybe a snack or two, and let's get into it. So it's through the grapevine now that Sri Lanka, their latest approach to handling the fuel crisis in its country is to ration fuel using residents, the QR codes, right? I think I had talked about this the other day. And I was like, no, I can't even say that I was even shocked. I really can't, you know. But the only way to buy gas now in Sri Lanka is with this passport, right on. And it's, on your smartphone. So, this being exactly the type of government misuse that many warned about the QR codes and blah, blah, blah when it was first introduced and stuff like that. And I sounded the alarm on this thing a long time ago and I said, wow, red flag right then and there. I said, man, when is it going to hit here? Because I smelled it coming from a mile away. And, a lot of people will say, and I'm tending to agree with them. I really am. That this is, like a mark of the beast type thing, QR codes, it's a digital mark, man. It really truly is. It has to be shown in order to continue in engaging in commerce, to buy gas, to buy food. What's next? I'm being serious here. What's next? Sorry, you can't do this. Show me your code. Show this, And, fuel is needed to drive. You got to go to work. Sorry, you can't. Why? No QR code. My God. It's one of those. So there's a special operation now from Russia to Ukraine is shouldering most of this blame for Sri Lanka's current dire situation, okay, as this tiny country that's located at the southern tip of India, and their struggles to maintain adequate gas supplies amid a global rush for gas and prices of what little gas Sri Lanka has been able to procure is skyrocketing. And the government solution is to demand that residents show their QR code. It's like, here's your sign, jackass, in order to partake, just to get gas. The flip. Seriously. And it sounds like this QR code thing in Sri Lanka has been retooled as a gas rationing QR code, meaning residents are awarded, okay, so get your social credit score here, okay, you're being rewarded now access to fuel of some kind of rolling basis depending on available supplies. All right, as some gas becomes available, in other words, like certain residents, they're notified. Oh, you've been a good boy, you've been a good girl, you're being notified now. Social credit score, QR code. Okay, and they can show up to purchase gas before just as long as their code has been activated. And those without the active QR code, shame, shame, know your name. Okay? Listen. And seeing how these QR codes were used in many other countries besides Sri Lanka, and seeing how, as these fuel shortages and inflation are now afflicting pretty much every country except for Russia and its allies, oh, yeah, it is safe to assume that this new imposition will spread to other countries. So how long do you think it's gonna come here? How long? How long? Raise your hand. Who's got the answer? Yeah. So as the gas taps get shut off in Europe, for instance, Right on. There's a chance that Europeans in countries like Germany, the Netherlands, could eventually be told that they too need to show QR codes to heat their homes and businesses this winter. All right? It's getting real here, man. SHTF is knocking on your door. Pretty soon they're just going to be start ringing the doorbell. It's going to be ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. So it, it's bad. It's bad. It's here. It may not have hit here yet in the U.S., but I don't. This is exactly the essence of Agenda 2030. God help us all. God help us all. I have no other words. There's no other way to describe it, but I'm telling you. All right? That it we can't run from it anymore. But this is why we prep, right? This is why we prep. So, I mean, I know I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If you haven't started stockpiling and stocking up on gas, like say, do you do payday preps? Do you do payday preps? I do. Okay, go get, the 5 gallon gas tank things, right? And get them at Rural King. I get them there for $15.99. Fill them up. Fill them up. Just get one every paycheck if you can. Okay? And fill them up. Leave them in a well-ventilated area, not in your house though, okay? Well-ventilated area where there's constant air circulation. I have everything out in my garage, and I have one of those big cyclone fans, constant air circulation, okay? You got to get on the ball here, man, because if that shite happens here, especially with the amount of driving that Sean does, and now that we've got the 2 kids, back and forth to school, carry on with her school sports, okay? There's a lot that's going to be playing into this. And I don't think people realize, I know that we realize, people of the prepared mind. I'm talking about the others, the normies. I don't think they realize what's really going to be coming down the pipe. I really do. Because who's going to have that QR code? And if this is going to be tying in with the social credit score. I don't have a QR code. I didn't get this, but it's also because I have an exemption, if you know what I mean. So, and who's to say, because we didn't get this, will we still be allowed to go out and do shopping for preps or essentials or whatever? Will we have to find someone who got this to go out and do our shopping for us? Will we be stopped from going online and doing shopping because we can't scan a QR code or upload a QR code for our identity? Are you hearing me? Am I making sense? Or I'm just speaking out loud here. I'm thinking out loud. So many things are coming in, And sometimes I feel like my brain's just going to go, but it's all making sense now. It's all tying together. The puzzle pieces are all fitting in now. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always,